3, 2, 1, go. Hi there guys, and welcome back to another episode of a Prehistoric Island S2 Season 2. So let's get started, shall we? Today we are not going to explore the valley, but today we're going to do some exploring on the island and go into the deep jungle on the island. Today we'll be going into the jungles to look at all the life that lives here. We'll be looking at all the life that lives here, from in the treetops to the forest floor. So let's get started with this exploration in the jungle. The jungle is a large place on the island. Not as large as the valley, but pretty large. The largest forested area on the island, with trees that reach over 200 feet. Or over 100 feet into the air. Tall branches. On this tree branch is one of the modern-day bird species on the island, a parrot. The jungle is full of thick vegetation. Which only small animals mostly can fit in the jungle. Most animals, both modern and prehistoric, are mostly small here. But trying to walk through the large brush are two brachiosauruses. Yes, big animals can fit here, but they cannot live here. This family, this mated pair, are walking through the jungle. Walk through the tall plants. And make their way through the forests. One of the small prehistoric animals that lives in the jungle is climbing up this tree. After this, tiny little bug. This is a Petrolachosaurus, a type of early reptile from the Carboniferous era. It is climbing up this tall tree, looking for bugs that live inside of it. These animals eat insects and other small creatures, and they are normally prey for larger animals. And then it continues its journey upward to look for the bugs that it's looking for. Flying over the forest floor is a microraptor, a small dromaeosaur that lived during the Cretaceous. At 3 feet long, it is small, and it glides from tree to tree. And then flies away to look for insects to eat. But another gliding dinosaur that lives up in the canopy is a large predator. It is a Sinornithosaurus, another raptor that lived during the Cretaceous period, and lived alongside Microraptor. It is currently looking down off the tree, looking for anything that's on the forest floor. It then currently spots something and goes to hide. A lone Dryosaurus. Dryosaurus was a small herbivore that lived during the Jurassic period, and this is what the Tyrannosaurus was looking at. Luckily for him, this is just a baby. He must be careful, but he then glides down. He kills it, and then begins to eat it. Coming out from the tall brush is another modern-day animal. A green iguana has come out the large bushes and walks along, looking for seeds of fruit to eat. Further in the jungle, near these two palm trees, are two large mammals that live in the jungle. These are Unithetherium. These were large Eocene mammals that grew to about the size of rhinos. They are grazing near these two palm trees. But predators are always watching in the bushes. One of the most common jungle predators is the Prehistoric, another creature that lived alongside Unithetherium. It is currently looking at them right now. It wants to target the younger one over there, in which it does. But his mom's not gonna tolerate this. She runs over and shoves it out of the way, but the Prehistoric hits her too. But it doesn't even cause any pain. So the mother stomps on him. The Prehistoric is wounded and decides to back down, back into the shrubs to look for smaller prey. She then goes near her son and shrugs him. The son gets up. He is okay. They then decide to stay in this area and keep a close eye out for predators. Walking through the tall, thick brush of the forest floor are some of the other dominant predators. A pack of Zuni-tyrannus. A male, a female, and their juvenile son. They are walking around the jungle because they are bored. Walk through thick vegetation. But the juvenile has to watch where he is walking, because he is walking right into a very large predator. They then turn around in response to something. Their son is being attacked. But by what, you may ask? Next to him is one of the biggest predators of the jungle, Madtsoia. Madtsoia was a large prehistoric snake that lived in the Cretaceous of India, Madagascar, Spain, and Niger, and the Paleocene of Brazil and the Eocene of Patagonia. This snake is believed to have only grown to a really large size, but it's only known from fragmentary remains. Some species grew to 16 feet in length, while others grew to 28 or over 30 feet. There are even some estimates that this snake could have grown to 50 feet in length. This snake possibly rarely fought dinosaurs, but this snake is 28 feet long and has been stepped on by the juvenile. And the juvenile will get into one of these rarely seen prehistoric battles. The juvenile then goes to actually bite the snake. The juvenile is getting constricted by the Madtsoia. One of them goes in to help him. One of his parents goes in and bites the Madtsoia's body. But the Madtsoia hurts it back. The Madtsoia is not going to give up with this battle so easily. The snake then goes to actually hurt the other parent by biting its neck. The Zunityrannus then retreats since it has minor wounds to the neck. Madtsoia is related to the constrictors like pythons and boas, but this species of snake could not unhinge its jaws, so it could not eat a dinosaur. Well, a big one anyway. The juvenile is getting crushed, and he drops to the ground. The two Zunityrannus face off, and the snake rears up at them. The snake then begins to leave and back off, looking for smaller things to eat. This one has minor wounds on its neck. But they look at the juvenile. They then walk away. They turn around and keep on walking. They must be careful while walking through the thick bushes, because who knows what will be hiding beneath them and all the other tall vegetation in the jungle. I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Prehistoric Island World of Dinosaurs Season 2. See you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye.